This is not a diss. This is a deposition.
80% market share, that's a cartel in disguise. 3.3 trillion cap, but the math don't lie. You sell a chip that costs $3K to make. For $28,000, that's a 400% rate. CUDA lock-in. 20 years in the game, 4 million developers trapped inside your frame. You didn't build a platform, you built a prison wall. And every AI startup pays the warden for the hall. Jensen in the leather jacket, $9,000 skin. Time for a lizard embossed while your customers sing. You preach about imagination at GTC, but your real innovation is the margin on the fee. You criticize the CEOs who cut their staff with AI, while you sell the very shovels that dig the graves they lay in. Blackwell overheating in a 72 GP poo rack. Redesign the whole chassis, but you don't look back. TSMC CoWoS, 60% you own, while AMD gets 11, left to beg for bone. The D don't taste the greener, sitting on your desk. Time agreements, bundling anti-competitive tests. You bought Run AA to kill the competition in the grid. That's not a strategy, that's a mob hit, that's the script. They tried Brothers CM, they tried Wanna P. It tells Gaudi 3, but the software gap is wide indeed. Clear your PMI, added X spec, she looks clean, but the boost clock drops 42% under the scene. From 100 megahertz down to 1208. That's not a competitor, that's a participation rate. My high 3 out of X hits 30% of theoretical flux, while your H100 does 40, the gap never stops. Google built the TPU eyes, Tradie and Microsoft Maya. Custom silicon everywhere, but none can break the chain, because your real product isn't silicon, it's pain. The pain of porting, the pain of rewriting kernels, the pain of months of engineering for uncertain terminals. They try to compete on price, you undercut with scale. They try to compete on memory, you lock the retail. HBM3 supply, you control the flow. SK Hynix at capacity, Macron at 55%. The foundry bottleneck isn't an accident of fate, it's a moat you dug with TSMC at the gate. You don't just sell the GPU, you sell the NVLink, the InfiniBand, the tune-in, the whole damn thing. You sold the world a bubble, wrapped in transformer hype. 5 trillion valuation, but the fundamentals don't type. Revenue growth slow at 68% to 35. That's not a growth stock, that's a slow decline. You shipped the A100 6 years ago, still running full, but that's not longevity, that's planned obsolescence. Full Michael Berry called it extending GPU life on paper to hide the real cost of the data center caper. The leather jacket empire, you ain't a tech company, no randomness, prioritization and logic, no surroundings, from the hopper to the Blackwell, every generation's just a price. Or Jengy 10 to Luckity, deterministic proof that the limit is mine. 10,200 watts per DGX rack, 1,275 per ace to her, and that's a fact. 28 megawatts for 20,000 GPUs, 249,000 megawatt hours, that's the dues. $20 million a year just for the electricity to run the very models that you claim will set us free. The IE says 90 terawatt hours by 26, but your chips alone will burn through 50, that's the fix. New of 1.25, and that's the best case. Most collocation running 1.5, what a waste. The transformer-D transformer, step down voltage, step down hope. Elon Musk was right, the next shortage in the stuff. Not compute, not CoWoS, not HBM in the stack, with the very electrons that you suck from the grid, that's a fact. You turn the data center into a furnace for the rich, while the rest of us pay the carbon cost, that's the switch. RTX 5090, $2,000 MSRP, street price 4,000, A90 models hit 5, that's the curve. Not scalp, restrict you low for like shorty by design. You cut gaming production 30% to prior waste the line. The data center chips, the H10s in the peak for live. That's why the large and live, that's where the growth stars. Gamers left the margin lives. Price fall, the consumer GPU is dead. That's what the ledger's about. RJV don't guess, RJV proves. Formal verification, deterministic state machine. Zero copy data flow, lock free, spin certified, time triggered architecture. The clock is the law, total lord of broadcast, DIT Pictotana. And play stock channel, urgency, cost of tomograph and Pella. Did it bury your heart with duello, let me unlock a these technology. We stand up for the law.
That we the goals for stay in space. In the rise of growth tree. One final frequency. jacking by, the leather 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 jacking by.